start of a morning in Accra in early September of 2013. Employees from Heman Lower Dankira, KGB, Komenda Edina Iguafu Abiram, Kumasi, and Twifuati Mokwa, 5 different local governments in Ghana, are gathering for a kick-off meeting on a project on sanitation and waste management. Ghana is a quickly developing country, and the change is noticeable everywhere you go. In Accra, luxury housing projects and new business opportunities are arising everywhere you look. At the same time, the country is behind in the development of good sanitation and waste services. A serious problem, considering the rapid development. In many parts of the country, people are dependent on public toilets, and waste management is either done by landfilling or not at all.
Sanitation in Ghana has major problems. We may not want to admit it, but I think we've admitted it already. There are serious problems with sanitation.
Close to 35% of the city's population depends on public toilet service. People have to go out to queue to access this public toilet service, and it's not the best.
In 2012, the World Bank estimated that Ghana lost $290 million due to poor sanitation, one of the UN's Millennium Development Goals, and at the same time the goal that is the least likely to be achieved.
As a country, we're doing a lot on a whole lot of areas, i.e. infrastructure, putting up and name it. We are doing a lot on a lot of areas. But it looks as if when it comes to sanitation, we are not doing much.
With the aid of the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in 2012, Dutch organization VNG International set up a project to tackle the problem of sanitation and waste management. As part of a larger program called LGCP, the Local Government Capacity Program, it aims to build the capacity of local governments.
Today in Ghana, and tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, and next week, people will be dying unnecessarily because of bad sanitation. They are dying unnecessarily because we all know, the way we're sitting here together, how to improve sanitation.
Ghana's Deputy Minister has a clear message for the employees of the 5 MMDAs that are present at the high-level meeting.
Most of the time we come to workshops, meetings, and a whole lot of things, and we go back, and the same old story. Are you with me? Yes. We go back, the same old story. There must be a change in where you are. Because most people they've been coordinating directors for 1,000 years, and you can't see anything. It's all about taking the salary at the end of the month. If they've been able to achieve it, why can't we do it? We are the same people. We have the capacity to do the same thing.
When it comes to sanitation in Ghana, the problems are so many. Sometimes you don't know where you are starting from. So we need to define our roots.
In 2012, VNG International conducted a baseline study in the 5 MMDAs to see where the municipalities stood. The baseline study showed clearly that the MMDAs were not providing sanitation and waste management in the way they should.
It is required of each of the MMDAs in Ghana, and the MMDAs, I mean the Metropolitan, Municipal, District Assemblies, and District Assemblies in Ghana, to actually come up with a district environmental, sanitation, and strategy action plans. But one of the key things we realized from the baseline was that it wasn't done up to standard. Its implementation, there were plans to implement, but not plans with timelines. And when it comes to monitoring and evaluation, for instance, where you have to have monitoring plans to monitor, it was a little bit lacking.
Augustina has a clear example of what this lack of commitment means in practice.
Kumasi generates 1,005 tons of waste per day. And to manage an amount of waste, you need 15 cedis per ton of waste. So 15 times 1,005, we're talking about 22,500 cedis per day. Multiply that per month, per year. You're going to get, you can build 2, 3 tetekwashi, whatever, flyovers in Kumasi with that amount. You rather spend the money on things you can see. So we must decide to look for money, make conscious efforts to look for money elsewhere to put into sanitation.
Political commitment is therefore a crucial factor for success. VNG International put a lot of effort in attaining this commitment.
Today's meeting especially has to bring in the big men who actually give their consent, because the system is such that you always need approval from the highest level before you're able to really get things to roll. And that's why we had today's meeting.
In the next year, the participating 5 MMDAs will embark on 2 processes: a benchmark and an on-the-job training program, partly with their Dutch partner municipalities. For some activities, an even larger number of MMDAs may participate to enhance the learning experience and the exchange between the MMDAs. The first part of the project is achieved by doing a benchmark, and it is this benchmark that the 3-day meeting in Accra is the kickoff for. Anke Ruijge, a senior expert in benchmarking, knows exactly why it is such a good tool for the MMDAs.
The benchmark has been proven an excellent peer learning instrument, and we at VNG International think that actually in the country there is enough knowledge. Yeah, it's just not spread. All civil servants have to implement the same task, they face the same problems, and they can help each other. So we discuss why municipality A is performing better than municipality B, or why is municipality A and that taking more waste than municipality B. This kind of things we like to find out, and especially it's not that they recycle more waste, but the reason why they do it. Yeah, what kind of instrument tools do they use in order to get this level of performance? That's important. The most important thing of the benchmark is the ownership. So municipalities, MMDAs, they should feel it is our instrument. Yeah, we want to learn, we want to improve ourselves, it's our instrument.
The ultimate goal of VNG International and of the project is that the municipalities become aware of each other's so-called good practices. The project creates networks that will enable the municipalities to find answers and solutions for their own questions. A good example of a project that can serve as a good practice for others is the Clear Water project in Kumasi, where portable toilets provide a solution to families that up till now had to rely on the use of public toilets.
The Ashtown is a fairly old community, and the population is almost all dependent on public toilets. Most of the people in Ashtown depend on public toilets. There are few toilets within the households, but because the population is dense, the facilities within the homes are not sufficient to service all the people in the houses. So what they did was to introduce the portable toilets within the houses.
Unilever UK and WhatsApp came together to find out this to bring about this project. And so we told him we wanted a place to pilot it, and he suggested we should come to Ashtown because they were using bucket latrines, which have been phased out. And so they don't have any other option but public toilets. And those who do not want to use public toilets, either have to do open defecation or flying toilets. That is, they will tie it and then throw it away. This is the clean team toilet, and inside this toilet is a cartridge, a container that contains a chemical, and this chemical controls smell for about 3 to 4 days. Twice a week, a waste collector will come into your house with a fresh cartridge containing fresh chemical, and then comes to change it.
Formerly, at times you go to the public toilet and you go and queue before getting your turn, and it was very dangerous at times. But since this one came in, we have been, it has released us from trekking all along from this side to the public toilet, and I feel it is of help to us.
There are major differences between the municipalities. It is difficult to compare a city like Kumasi, with over 2 million inhabitants, with a rural district like Twifo. Twifo itself, however, has successfully done a similar project as Kumasi, which can serve as an example for other rural districts.
Formerly, there was indiscriminate defecating. People were defecating around. We see it was not the best. So we decided to involve the community to construct their own household toilets. This is one of the household toilets that has been constructed by one of the tenants. About 5 people in the house are using the toilet. Since we constructed, they started constructing their own household toilet, the result of indiscriminate defecation has been reduced.
The other major part of the LGCP project is on-the-job training. The baseline study found out that on average, the capacity of the civil servants to do their job could be strengthened. So experts from various disciplines of sanitation and waste management team up with municipal employees to work with them on topics they themselves would like to improve upon. In Twifo, for instance, the municipality hopes to profit from the assistance through the LGCP program.
We saw that people are dumping at an unauthorized place. Those market sellers, they do sell the markets, and in the night when they are going, they just feel of dumping refuse just anyhow. That's why the drain is choked, because the education has not stuck to the community members. We want the LGC to assist the district assembly in terms of hygiene education, to organize workshops for the officers, to organize hygiene education among the traders.
Twifo has high hopes that they can improve on the quality of their waste management by learning from how Kumasi is managing its waste and its landfills.
All the refuse are scattered just like that, uncontrolled. We learn a lot about the way refuse are being generated over there and the way they transport the refuse to the final disposal site. So we also want the same situation as we saw at Kumasi to be done here.
After 3 days of workshops, Augustina is optimistic. The commitment so desperately needed is there. The LGCP program is off to a good start.
There's so much room for improvement. We are doing a few new things. For instance, we have introduced the CBD cleaning, the Central Business District cleaning operations, night operations, and we are getting tremendous results. It's very good. But we must broaden the scope and then look at ways of sustaining it. That's where we have problem. So that's really my expectation, that it will not just be workshop talk this time around, but we'll see concrete measures. We'll put in concrete measures to improve some of the things we had, because we're not performing too badly, but we can do better.
try.